we are going to go through the 8 digital marketing strategies. And this is going to be what we're going to be covering as a summary. Let's start with first one, local search engine optimization. It's a little bit different to your typical SEO or search engine optimization. This is more to do with businesses who are in the local area when people are trying to search for you. Okay, you want your business to show up locally.
Can I just one question? Is there a possibility that you can share this presentation? Like the PowerPoint slides?
Yeah, I'm happy to email it through to everybody.
Cool.
Yeah. So Google My Business essentially is when someone is trying to find a business in their local area and they go through the local searches, right? When you get found basically on the map, right? So Google My Business is free to list your business on that. So if you just look up Google My Business, create a listing, what that does is if someone goes and search your type of business, so let's see if I can jump into that now. Give you an example. So we go Google Marketing Consultant. So this is basically what I mean with your Google Map listing. It's one of the quickest way of getting your business onto Google's front page. Right? And this section here is basically what shows up. And it will show up based on where our location is. All right. Apart from the ads, all these ones here are your Google Maps listing. If you're searching where there's only one result, and that's the one you saw there. Oh, don't worry about that. So if there's only one company or one result that comes up, it shows up on the right hand, and that gives you basically a direct way of people. It's a direct lead. People can contact you. It's got my phone number. It's got my the website link, so they can actually click through to your website and all that stuff as well. Okay, so all you got to do, like I said, is just go Google My Business and you'll find it. I won't do it now, but. So if you all are local businesses, yeah. So yeah, you just need to set up a listing. It's totally free. You want to optimize your listing by putting in as much as you can with regards to your details, your company details and things, and categories. Next, you have online directories, which is similar to your Google My Business, but it's just everywhere else. You know, so you've got your typical ones are like TrueLocal, Gumtree, Yelp, Hot Frog. So these are just all, and that also includes your social media as well. So essentially, it's anywhere where you can do a free advertising. Most of these things are free. You can upgrade it if you choose to, but you don't really need to. And same thing, it's basically to create direct leads for you. People can actually call. And the way online directories work, people will either search through Google. I think, where's the example I did? So, let's try video. Okay. So you've got the Google Maps. Further down, you have your. So all these here are organic listing, right? So when you're working on SEO for your website, you're trying to rank it up here. But SEO can be. SEO itself for a website is a very long-term thing, and it takes time to basically try to get your website ranked. The alternative is to utilize, piggyback on these things here. They're all directories, right? So if you get your business listed on there, people either find you through Google when they're looking for that type of business, or they actually go into those directories and look for you, right? And so Gumtree is a popular one. OneFlare, I think, is more tradies kind of thing. Most are free. Some might have a fee involved. And then and you see most of these, there's barely anywhere it's actually a website. So it depends on the search term itself. But getting into the online directories is probably one of the quickest way, as opposed to trying to get your own website ranked, because they're also very high. They have a higher authority than your site.
Yeah.
Yep.
What are a few of the names of, apart from like Gumtree and like we see those ones on the slide? Should we just jot a few of those names down and see if we can get on those? Put like a listing up.
True Local is another.
There's a few options you can do. So you can, if you just search business directories, all right. Other things is look at your competitors. You can see where they're listing.
Yeah.
Then you list. By doing that, you're kind of like trying to outrank them.
Yep.
All right. There's also industry-specific directories as well. So if you type in whatever your industry is, plus the directories, you may get a list of it as well. I know there's, for instance, the health. They have healthcare industry, music teachers, all that stuff. So you just type in your keyword plus directories, you should get a list of them. Most of them will be free. Some of them, unfortunately, will ask for a fee and whatever. But the whole point of this is each directory that you put your business in, it's free advertising for you. So what you want to do is always, when you think putting content online, you always think, how do you make the most of it? All right? Which means if they give you 1,500 words to, advertise your business, why not talk about your products and services? Plus, always lead with a call to action at the end. Right? Don't just put company name, business, services. That's it. All right. So.
Can I just ask you something? So you might think, well, I might as well try and go on every single directory I can find. Because that way you're kind of giving yourself maximum exposure, right? But I remember some time ago, Google was kind of didn't like people doing that, right? All these free directories that you could put your business on, and it was counting against you for link farming.
What you don't do is duplicate content. All right. So whenever you add content, you need to vary the content itself. So otherwise, don't just copy your business profile and dumping it onto 100 different things. All right. So you need to actually, whenever you're putting content online, it needs to be unique content. All right. So whether they're meant to be the same thing or not, you got to redo the copy. If that makes sense, yeah. And you try to, because it is time-consuming and stuff, you're not expected to do, like 1,000 directory listing. You just look at the ones that are authority, highly ranked for, especially in your industry and things like that, or against your competitors, right? If your competitors are in there, you want to be in there as well.
So there's no point in putting my swimming club business on a I don't know, like some university or some completely unrelated directory.
No. There's many factors that do go into Google's algorithm in terms of how they rank your actual site and stuff, but in general, it's all about relevancy. Okay? So if you're trying to drive highly targeted traffic to your website, when I tell people in terms of SEO, always think of customer first, right? SEO second. So if you do that, you know that the content you're providing, you're giving value add to your customers. You're naturally going to be tying in, the right keywords and conversational and stuff like that. All right. Otherwise, if you're focused in doing that, you're going to get people who are more engaged on your website, and as a result, Google then looks at it and go, well, people are reading, they're spending a lot of time reading and exploring your site and things like that. Therefore, you must be delivering what they want, and so they rank you better. So, yeah, when it comes to SEO, there's lots of dodginess out there. Generally, we'll get to that one. That's a whole new thing. But essentially, that's your directory, similar to Google My Business, but just on other local directories. Now, local citations is really just about if you've got a local presence, an office, for instance, you want to make sure that they're all the same everywhere. Okay. What it does is it helps with your the customer's credibility, because if they're searching, say you've got one office located here, and you move and things like that. When someone searches you, if you've got 5 different addresses and stuff, people don't know where you are, right? So you lose that credibility. But also in terms of the search engines, they look at it and go, okay, if they're identical, it's a real business, and you get credibility. Which is why if you want to make sure if you're using ST for street, it's all consistent throughout. Alright, so formatting is it's also important as well, and it's all just to validate your business. That's all it is.